Now we're going to see Minoru Suzuki versus Takaku Fuke. Now, Josh, you know Fuke very well. He actually trained in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, he did. He came over for some length of time and trained with Harushi Manishi and Matt Hume, Todd Bjornathan.
And this was in Washington.
Yeah, in Kirkland, Washington at AMC. This was a little later on in his career, but even still, Fuke, the grizzled veteran from the UWF era of professional wrestling, meeting his other fellow UWF wrestler, Suzuki, in basically not legend, I wouldn't say, but sort of a veteran versus veteran match with Pancrase.
And he has his hands full with Suzuki. Let's see how he does.
Takaku Fuke versus Minoru Suzuki.
Suzuki comes out. We talked about his hair before, Josh. Do you think all that weighs him down at all, slows him down in the ring?
You know how I see it is probably the glare off of it, or maybe just the fact that it never seems to move is sort of mesmerizing to his opponents.
I mean, my goodness, I feel like I could polish my shoe on that thing. As he takes a stare at his opponent. He's looking at Fuke as if he's done something to him in the past.
Well, I don't even think it would matter if they were brothers from another mother or however it's going to work out. In Suzuki's mind, everybody is an enemy and he's going to take them out. One of the meanest guys within Pancrase.
Now, I wonder, maybe Fuke doesn't have the same type road, but I guess Minoru Suzuki, as the co-founder of Pancrase, you're going to get some special treatment. As he is introduced, and these fighters have fought before. Suzuki actually lost that last meeting, so Fuke probably going into this fight with a little bit of confidence.
And perhaps this is another reason why Suzuki looks so determined.
Suzuki, definitely one of the greatest competitors in Pancrase, does not like to lose. As this fight starts off, a little feeling out process by both fighters. Suzuki perhaps looking to come in, but now he backs off a little bit.
Fuke, I think, looking to set up one big strike. Suzuki, I would think, would want to take this match to the ground, where he would be able to work more of his leg lock techniques.
I think Fuke is realizing that, Josh, and he's throwing those legs to try to make sure Suzuki keeps his distance.
Well, like I said, you know, he's throwing these little leg kicks which really aren't, they're not going to be too damaging. He's not putting a lot on them. But I think what he's looking for is he's looking to set up one big strike, maybe a spinning back fist or a big high kick. Well,
and Suzuki not allowing that, perhaps going in for the takedown, and he probably will do that at some point in the fight.
Both men patiently feeling each other out.
Suzuki in no rush, but comes in with a leg kick, then backs off again.
That was a cut kick looking to have Fuke pick up his leg to block the kick and only to go underneath the blocking leg and kick out the support leg. But unsuccessful in that try as they clinch in the corner with Fuke having Suzuki against the ropes. Now jostling for position is Suzuki putting Fuke into the corner.
And the fighters are going to have to get off the ropes at some point or the refs will break them up.
Working an arm drag is Suzuki into a nice knee strike and a front headlock capture. Looking to put Fuke on the mat.
And it looks like he is successful, and now Suzuki in the half guard position. And when this fight stays on the ground, Fuke's got to make sure to have his guard up.
Yeah, Suzuki, one of the top grapplers in the sport of MMA, in my opinion. And as I've spoken before, one of Karl Gotch's favorite students.
And to our viewers who might not know the name Karl Gotch, who exactly is he?
Karl Gotch was responsible for a lot of the training of all these Japanese pro wrestlers in the arts of catch-can wrestling and submission. So his development within New Japan Pro Wrestling early on in the 70s as their coach helped create stars like Funaki and Suzuki, and even that would parlay down to guys like Ken Shamrock and myself through the chain of command, as those guys would teach other students and their students would teach students. And basically Karl Gotch is one of the biggest reasons why MMA is what it is today, and also why some of the skills that we employ are used as they are.
Now both fighters back on their feet.
Unfortunately, Carl Gotch recently did pass away in Tampa, Florida, and I did have the fortunate luck to meet and train a little bit with Carl Gotch. So Suzuki most recently actually competed in a pro wrestling match in Carl Gotch's honor.
As you see Suzuki almost backing Fuke into a corner, still probably looking for that takedown, but so far Fuke doing a great job staying on his feet.
Yeah, Fuke really sort of keeping Suzuki off him with some high various kicks.
A nice jump guillotine. I'm not sure I've seen that before, Josh.
Right into the front headlock is Suzuki. With his extensive amateur wrestling background, ought to be able to put this match on the mat as he switches to the other side, dragging Fuke into the center of the ring, continue to keep that front headlock position.
And now Suzuki decides to change that position into the mount and now going for the side control. Why did Suzuki let go of that hold, Josh?
Well, he felt that he would be more successful from side control or knee on belly like he's got right now now he's back into side control than he was from the mount position. It gives you a lot more options from side to attack the arms, the neck, and the legs. Whereas from mount, nice crook head scissor attempt, blocked by Fuke into the arm lock is Suzuki.
A very good decision by Suzuki. Now he looks like he is very close to that armbar, and he does get it. Fuke loses via the armbar, and Suzuki avenges the loss, and he's smiling. Of course, it's easy to smile when you've got the other guy's arm hyperextended.
Yeah, and I think that there's sort of an understanding between the two of them. It's more like a game. They've grown up together, fighting within the UWF, now transitioning and going to Fujiwara Gumi, transitioning to Pancrase. These guys are they're not only old friends and old competitors, but they've spent hours upon hours in the gym training together. They got to know each other as if they were blood by now.
And like many of the other Pancrase fighters, these guys are friends, do hang out a lot outside of the ring as well. And Pancrase, one of the things I love about Pancrase, Josh, great sportsmanship. You see it all the time, no matter who wins or how they win.
I agree.
As both fighters exchanging handshakes, and I'm sure they'll meet again in the future. And let's hear from Minoru Suzuki.
初めてなんじゃないですか。本気で、いつも勝ちたいと思ってるんだけど、要するに今日だけは絶対逃したくないと思って俺に来たので、最後は僕が言ったんですよ。あいつ先返すんじゃなくて、ねえ、2人で一緒に手を挙げようよって。
Now, Josh, Minoru Suzuki doesn't lose to many people, but he did lose to Fuke in the past, and now he's avenged that loss, has to be feeling really good about himself.
Well, I think really more for Suzuki at this point, it's not even so much about avenging a loss to Fuke. More or less, it's creating that momentum, as he just recently did lose that King of Pancrase match to Boss Rutan, and I'm sure he's dying to get back into the contention for that belt, and once again have that belt around his waist.
All right, we have to go to another quick break, but when we come back, a Shamrock brother fights, but which one?